So this is how Token Sesame is going to work. You're going to get a big box like this, which will give you enough to build kind of what you see on the side here. And it'll show you on the back. It's very great packaging if this ever makes into a store of showing what you can do with this. Now, it's a pretty large box, which once you get it set up, honestly, you can throw it away, except for you're going to have some pieces left over. You're going to get a book that shows you the different configurations and then instructions that kind of go through each of the configurations. A little bit of an advertisement in between, but it shows you all the different things you can do. And then the last page is going to be the configuration. Honestly, I found the instructions are pretty good. I had a little bit of problem with some of this, where maybe it didn't get put together the best that it could have. And then some of the plastic was a little tough to get, but it actually works fairly well. And it's very easy. It took me maybe 10, 15 minutes to put the first one together. After that, it was like 3-4 minutes to put everything together. And once you put it together, you can change it. So these are all the pieces that I have left over. I got a nice bag for travel purposes, which I may or may never use. I have 3 sets. You're going to see a blue set in here, and you're going to see a black set. And I decided to get rid of my boxes, and I just kept all the extra pieces in here. And here's some stickers that came with it. I don't know what I would ever do with this. So the reason why you have extra pieces is because depending on what your configuration is going to be, you may not utilize all of the pieces. If you want to make a dice tray, obviously you're not going to use most of this. This is kind of the carousel. It's traditional one, which I'll show you in a minute. But so you might have some pieces left over. If you want to jab it into something else, you might use some other pieces. So I just kept one box. I got all the extra pieces from the 3 sets. And this is what you're going to have. So in order to have this system, you're going to have this. You don't have to have anything else. This is all that you need to build it. But these are the 3 art boxes you can buy. And there's more than just this. This is just what I happen to have. But you're going to buy these little modular boxes. They're going to be able to open up. These are magnetic if you want to put stuff back in here. And everything fits in here very nicely. And this will be your decorative. So the 3 that I got is Ninja Attack by Collateral Damages. I've got The Invasion by Alexander Ilyushev. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And I got the Miko set, No Room in Valhalla. So all of them come in the same size boxes. You don't have to have this, but yours will not have any artwork unless you do. And I think there's maybe 7, 8 different ones. These are the ones that I happen to have. And I'll show you each of these when I show you the customizations that I've built. Here is the first configuration that I have built, and it's called the Carousel. This is normally what you will see, and I put the Miko artwork on here, which has the Vikings and stuff. And it kind of repeats as you go around. There's a set inside here that you may not be able to see where the Vikings are coming forth, and you're going to have a set up here. Now, one thing that people comment on is that this is a little wobbly. I think that's so you can spin it. This will spin around. The bottom will move pretty easily, as you can tell, but doesn't spin like the top does. Fairly easy to have the Token Sesame thing here. Now, I have the black. I'll show you the blue in a second. Keep in mind that these are not kits. You can make any of the 3 that I'm going to show you today, or even other ones. This place down here is a place to put cards. So if you had decks of cards, you could put them right in here. And it's very easy for you to pick up your cards and to utilize it. Just pick it up right here. You have enough for 3 decks that you can put in here. The rest of these bits will fit in here. And I'll kind of show you how some of this works. You know, you can just put them in here or whatever, you know, and spin them around as they go. They'll hold quite a bit of stuff. Down here, you can put stuff in also. So you have pretty much, you know, if you're playing a game like Agricola or Feast for Odin, it has a lot of bits. This will fill up quite nicely. Spin it around. You have 3 decks of cards down here. And the carousel is really nice. It's going to present well on the table. And it's pretty sturdy. This is metal pole that I'm holding it on. You can see I'm kind of spinning it. The rest of it's made of plastic. You can kind of see the bottom of it. That's kind of, I put this on it. It snaps right in. And everything fits pretty nice here as it fits in. And I like this configuration quite a bit. And it can hold a lot of bits and cards. Here is the second configuration. This is going to be the Gloomhaven designer's artwork, which makes it look just like a wall. This is probably the blandest and probably the one I regret getting the most. The artwork that I'm talking about. It's just, it looks like wood. If you want something plain, this will be it. This is called the Stairs. So once again, this is the same kit, just built in a different way. You're going to have these latches that we put on the side. They kind of connect in, and you have different these metal poles that kind of come in. I got 2 on the back, 1 in the middle for each of these. And then you can just kind of push this out a little bit, and it will sit right in there. This one will sit right in there. and then you have a place for a bunch of goods. Now, there's no place for cards in this one, and they'll be connected by these risers. And this is what they call the travel-friendly one. So when you put this together, you put that lid on it, put it in your bag, you can travel most easily. But it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 spots for goodies. You're going to have the big ones and the ones that are here. This might be better for like a 2-player game, or if you just have some components you want to put in here, can fit in. This takes up the least amount of the plastic that you're going in, so you could build extra stuff. Maybe if you had maybe another set and a half, you could build something pretty cool with it. But this is one particular setup that's called the riser or the ladder or the stands, like you're in a baseball stadium. But it sets up pretty well. People can get in here and get their goodies fairly easily. Mine tends to fall a little bit in this configuration. Maybe I didn't put it together the best. It's supposed to latch on like this, but it does move a little bit, as you can tell. So this is my least favorite configuration. It does look nice. I don't like the artwork on this one, but it isn't the most user-friendly either. This is a third configuration that I built, and probably our family's favorite. I thought it was going to be the carousel. I think when I have people over to game, that I will use the carousel more, but for when me and my wife game, I feel like this is a great setup for us. So this has 6 of the risers, as you can tell, holding it up. So it's off the table just a little bit. You don't have to, but I thought it looked pretty nice. And then we have spots for plenty of our goodies and resources that we're having in our games. In addition, we're going to have all of this around here. I can either put dice in, or I can put in additional components and goodies and whatnot. And this is a dice tray, where if I had a die laying around, I could roll a die right in here. Now, this artwork was the one I was most excited about. This is the Ninja one, as you can see. It looks a little busy as you're looking at it, but when you look around, there's a lot of little cool details in this. I don't want to share them all in case you decide to go this route, but this is probably our favorite. The wood one was probably the classiest, I guess, you know, the less board game geekish, but this one's really cool. I like it. It's really busy. And even though it looks like it repeats, there's a lot going on in the pictures where it looks really, really cool. This is a dice mat. Each one of them comes out, as you can see, because this was the center of the carousel where you're able to put those cards in before, but if you don't have the carousel going through the center, you can definitely have the dice pool in here where you can roll, and it rolls very, very nice in there. So it's a very good addition to this if you're looking for that. A lot of times we want to be able to roll the dice, but the kids are asleep and we don't want the noise of it rocking around. So this is really going to work out well for us. And this configuration, while this was like an extra in the book, the 2 I showed you before were the primary ones, this is the one that became our favorite. If you ever want to change to a carousel, this is all the pieces. You can still do it. It's very modular, like a transformer, more than meets the eye, but it's very cool. So what do I think about the Token Sesame? This is really cool. I like this a lot. If you have disposable income where you're looking to upgrade to something like this, this is very good because if you look on the back, there's a lot of different configurations. So you have the ladder that can be stored. You just have the mat with the cards. You can have with the dice rolling in the center. You can have the carousel, which looks really good. The staircase that I showed you, which it wasn't the greatest. You can have just a long bar. You can have the walker, which is what I built. You can just get people like their personal banks. They can set that up. And you can get as many of these and put together. I have 3 of them. I might get a 4th one. I like to have one in each of the rooms that I have. I've been a huge fan of this. I just got mine, been putting them together and playing with them, getting a different art for them. Each one can have a very unique look. Excellent. I've had a lot of fun with this, and I think it's a great piece to add to your board gaming collection. I got 2 of them in Kickstarter, got 1 of them in my local gaming store. Thinking about getting a 4th one. I think if I did, I'd get this stainless look. I like that quite a bit. Very cool thing, and it's very modular, which adds to it. So whatever you need to do, it travels easily. One I highly recommend. Check out the Token Sesame.